day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our hashtag no filter dito sa ating KKK. Father Rene.
Magandang araw din sa iyo, Doc. At masaya ako na nandito naman tayo sa ating session on hashtag sa KKK sa C-Stay. No?
Yes. And Father, bigyan mo nga kami ng konting recap nung discussion natin kay Mang Urot last week.
Okay, last week na-invite natin dito si Mang Urot, si Sir Benji Abad, the founder of the Karinderya ni Mang Urot. No? This is an association of lay people na they come together in order to feed and to give something to drink, lalong-lalo na sa mga street dwellers dito sa Examiners Street and Quezon Avenue. And they are existing for 8 years. So itong association na ito, it's more on giving the immediate need of our brothers and sisters na nandyan nakatira o dyan nakatigil sa mga iskinita, sa mga kalsada ng ating syudad ng Quezon City at Metro Manila.
Yes, no? Parang right after that episode natin with Mang Urot, biruin mo, nasa 4th episode na pala tayo ng ating KKK or Kulturang Katoliko tungo sa pakikipagkapwa. The Catholic Social Teaching Alive in the Young. Isang napapanahong usapin ang ating tema ngayong araw na ito, lalong-lalo na sa maraming mga Pilipino na nawalan ng trabaho o ating gustong tingnan ng kanilang karapatan at dignidad ng mga manggagawa natin kapatid. So mga ka-KKK, let us watch this video to introduce further our discussion for today.
Tatalakayin sa linggong ito ay tungkol sa karapatan ng mga manggagawa. No? Sa English ay tinatawag na the rights and the dignity of the workers and the dignity of labor. Lalo-lalo na sa panahon natin ngayon wherein parang nagiging cynical ang karamihan sa atin. Ang lahat ng mga bagay, mayroong mga presyo. No? Everything has prices. But most of the time, we fail to give value to people. Ngayon, ang ating makasama ay sinilang siya sa Butuan City at isa sa mga kabataan ay binigay ang kanyang panahon at sarili para makatulong at matugunan ang mga hamon ng mga kabataang manggagawa. At siya ay nagtapos ng guidance and counseling sa Father Saturnino Orius sa Butuan City. at nagiging mas napalalim ang kanyang pagsasalamuha sa mga kabataan mula noong 2000. No? At siya ay nagiging bahagi ng International Coordination ng Young Christian Workers. At sa kanyang paglalakbay kasama mga kabataan, siya ay nagiging bahagi ng International Commission. At ngayon, nasa Rome siya na-assign for an international task sa finance ng International Commission on Young Christian Workers. So, since 2016 at sabi niya, hanggang 2021 daw ang kanyang mandate to work with coordination for young Christian workers. Siya din ay madalas wala sa Roma dahil yun nga ang kanyang trabaho ay bibisitahin ang iba-ibang pamayanan, iba-ibang bansa kung saan meron silang mga engagement. Let us welcome today na si Miss ID Balbaran sa ating programa. Let's welcome.
Welcome, ID.
Magandang araw. Greet mo naman kami.
Good morning po sa lahat and good afternoon po.
Sa Pilipinas. Okay,
Thank you po.
Oo, salamat din, ID. Oo. Salamat din for saying yes, no, para sa araw na ito. Kahit nasa malayong lugar ka dyan sa Roma, Italia, at ibang oras dyan. Okay, so thank you once again for saying yes. Bago tayo magtuloy sa ating kwentuhan, no, getting to know muna tayo. Although kanina napakilala ka na ng bahagya ni Father Rene, gusto lang din naming malaman at ng mga manonood kung sino ba si Miss ID. Okay? Taga saan ka, Miss ID, sa Pilipinas?
Sa Mindanao po, specifically Butuan City.
O sa Butuan, madalas kami dyan sa Butuan. Okay? Paano ka ba napunta sa ganitong calling, sa ganitong pagtawag?
Well, honestly, the main reason I joined the movement because I saw my friends. Kita ko yung mga kaibigan ko sa choir stand. Tapos nagsisimba ako that time. And then I told myself I want to join them in singing. That's the only reason I joined the movement. But what in my mind before is just only about singing. But when I joined the movement, when I was involved already, I discovered a lot of things that we are not only here on singing, we are also trying to understand for ourselves. We have a lot of trainings and information and help us to go and to see what is really the need and the reality of the life of the young person. Not only, but we don't want to say young workers naturally, but we always say young person, how he or she will able to face life.
Wow, so yung desire mo sa pagkanta nauwi dyan, no? Ako mayroon akong desire sa pagkanta, hindi naman ako tinanggap. Sabi, mag-formation ka na lang, huwag ka na magkanta.
Just to also to take note, I'm not a good singer. I just wanted to sing with my friends.
Oh, ako
Siya
din
yung
naman, pero
tipong,
talagang
siya yung tipong pwedeng kakanta pag nasa choir.
Claro.
Joke.
Ngayon, ID, ikaw ay nasa Roma. Paano ka napunta dyan? Gaano ka katagal? Anong ginagawa mo dyan?
So I was recommended from my national movement to work as to work in the international level. So I said we have a reflection for it is kung kaya ko ba. So from the recommendation of the national movement, I submit my application to the international secretariat, and it will be an election. So I need to have like 3-4 votes for the all national movement. So luckily I got the position, so that's why I'm here. And also not just to be here, but also to share also what I have learned from the movement, because as I said, in our movement we receive a lot of things. So now it's our time to give and to return for them. So the only difference is now is I'm not giving only for the national level. I also to the national level, but I give it to the international level as one of our mission.
Okay, so narinig ko kay ID na ito palang association nila ay hindi lamang nakapokus sa mga kabataang manggagawa, kundi ang kabubuhang paghubog ng mga kabataan. No? So, nais ko lang malaman pa kay ID, no, kung ano ang kanyang masabi o ang kanyang pananaw sa karapatan ng mga manggagawa. Kung meron ba siyang mga nakikita sa ating sambayanan o sa kanyang pagbabiyahe sa international level, yung mga paghihirap ng mga manggagawa.
Okay, Father. Also, before I explain that one, just to give a three key points of our apostolate. So our apostolate is for the young workers. It's preparing for work, searching for work, and workers. So as you can see, there are three different levels. So that's why we said that we don't really sometimes specify young workers as alone, because we always said that all young people are workers. So if we talk about rights, for us, one thing it's very clear for us that work it give us value, it give us dignity. That's the first thing. And if we talk about young people, we also don't say like only about wages. There are a lot of things that we also need to consider about the dignity of work, because it should be like, for example, in the workplace, yes, you have a good salary, but you are not care very well. You are not a slave, you are not a machine, you are a human being, and that's very important to see, because we as young workers, we always said we want to bring Christ in the world of work. But putting Christ in the world of work, we also need to understand what is really about, what is the value as human. I think that's just to clear, just to give my views. And there's a lot of struggle around the world. There are different needs. What the needs of Europe is not the needs of, for example, Madagascar or other African countries like Ethiopia, Rwanda, uh, Chad. They have different realities, but because what I have experienced there, a lot of the young workers that I encounter, they don't have really what we call the rights to receive the right salary. They don't have leave. They don't have even the rights to receive the social insurance, healthcare. They are just like, I need to work. There's one person really give me an impact of a young person. He said, I need to work because I need to put food in our table. If I don't work, we don't have food in our table. So this really like a bang for me. And I also received, like, for example, one of a young person in Europe. She said to me, I don't want to wake up in the morning because I don't have the purpose. Yes, I have work, I have house, I have food, but I don't have the purpose. So you can see the difference. So that's why we always said that we as young workers, we need to understand our value and our dignity in life.
Thank you very much, no? Napakatapang naman yung pagsagot sa atin ni ID na yon, no? Parang makikita natin talaga yung karapatan at kagustuhan ng isang manggagawa sa kanyang ginagawa. Miss ID, no, sa iyong karanasan, ano, anong mga gawain, programa o kultura ang nagtataas ng dignidad ng paggawa?
Okay. So based on my experience, one thing really also for give you a dignity of working is, of course, you also need to follow the rules of the office, no? That is also one thing, or whatever office are, or kahit saan ka pa, you have to follow. Like for example, the time, you have to go on time. If like for example, if your break is this, you have to follow that one. But also one thing also is very need to understand is, you just not just to, in my personal experience, I just don't speak only in my behalf, because if I saw something that is not right, I really try my best to find ways to speak and to tell them that I think this is not right. I think we need to do something. We need to see this is our reality, because sometimes also, yes, I said that there are rules in the office that we need to follow, but also there are times that it needs to be reviewed if this still answering the needs of your worker, because it's very important also to support financially, emotionally, spiritually. So to help also your company, I personally do that. I try to speak in behalf of my colleague before that the needs, and try to put that one in the table with my administrative office. Though it's not easy, but I need to speak for them. If they cannot, if they don't know how to protect themselves, or they don't know how to speak, so as my experience, I always speak for them. That's what my experience. And on the other hand, also because I have the experience working in the company, and also I have the experience to have my own, not a big company, but just a small restaurant. So I try to see the needs of my workers, and also how to deal with them. Not only to check with them like, oh, you do this, you do that. I also try to help them not just only to think today, but also to help them to think about the future and how to guide them like financially, how to help them to, to save some money for the money that they receive, how to something like that. And sometimes you have to listen to them about their family situation. So a lot of issues that you need to consider, and especially try to give them the right, like for example, the healthcare. That is very important because we don't know. That is emergency, and if they don't have that, where are they going if I also don't have? So that is my personal experience. I don't know
Totoo
if
yung
I
sinabi,
answer
oo.
what that.
Parang totoo yung sinabi mo kasi yung iba, parang dahil trabaho ko ito, kailangan ko lang sumunod ng sumunod sa gusto ng employer ko without me realizing na parang teka, naaabuso na ako ninyo. Pero dahil gusto ko yung trabaho ko, susunod lang ako. Pero maganda yung sinabi mo na yung employer din kailangang makita niya na ang kanyang empleyado ay hindi machine, no? Kundi tao din, no? Na kailangan magpahinga, kailangan pag sinabing hindi kaya, no, pinapakinggan, no? Maganda 'yon para sa sa karapatan ng mga manggagawa.
Napakaganda na ating napakinggan ang karanasan ni Miss Heidi, no, na natawid niya ang dalawang mundo bilang manggagawa at nagiging employer din siya, no? Pero yung aking pangalawang tanong ngayon ay nais ko malaman na bilang isang manggagawa, paano ba natin maisabuhay ang karapatan, no, bilang isang manggagawa? At dito sa ating bansa, sa Pilipinas, ito ba ay posible na isabuhay ang ating karapatan? At paano?
So first and foremost, Father, it's very important to understand your rights. You will not able to know things if you really don't understand your rights, and you cannot defend yourself. And in the Philippine context, based on my experience, that is the reason why I lost my job, because it's very difficult. Because we are a lot. I don't want to say everyone, but majority. They are just keep on thinking of accumulating money. Just come, but they don't even care about the people. And there's a lot of reality in this, and this is very difficult. But we should not stop, because if we stop talking and we should stop representing these people, what will happen? And it's very important for the young people or young workers is to be educated, because we are not all the time at their side. They need to protect themselves. What we need to do is to support them, because if we are keep on we are keep on representing them, but they don't even know how to protect themselves, everything is useless. So for me, in my experience, I have someone who accompanied me properly. I have someone who helped me to reflect. But I myself, I know my rights, and I know how to protect myself. But I also need someone to support me in doing these things. And that's why I said it's very important, because in the Philippines, well, I don't want to say we don't have freedom. We have freedom, but sometimes no one listens to us, and that's very important thing. And that's what I have what I have learned in life.
One. Okay, Miss ID, for our next question, ang ating tanong na gusto namin iyong sagutin, halimbawa sa inyong organization, okay? Paano ba nauhubog o napo-form ang mga manggagawa patungo sa pagsasabuhay ng kanilang dignidad at paninindigan para sa kanilang karapatan?
Okay, thank you. So in our organization, we have what we call the heart of our movement, which we call the See, Judge, and Act. So all of us, if you are a young Christian workers, you should do what we call the review of life, where we have the opportunity to sit down like five. We start from the small group, because we have what we call the personal, social, and what we call collective. So first we have to sit down that's the very basic, 5 to 4 people to sit down to see what is the reality. They can share together and try to see what is really the needs. And from that, we go to judge, where we reflect what is right and wrong based on our personal understanding, what we have seen in the community. But as young Christian workers, we are invited to open the gospel to see if God is in the situation. What do you think God will do? As a young Christian workers, we need to put that in our heart. From the see, judge, we go to act. We always said we don't need. We always said we need to start from a small step. The action should be attainable and realistic, where we do something, small thing, and after we can go. So that is the see, judge, and act. This is the process. So along the way, you will discover the needs of individual. You will discover what can we do together and how can we invite others. So that's the way how we do. That's I just want to say the basic, but there are a lot of things that we do. Like we do action campaign. We have, but we have different action campaign. It depend on the needs of the country.
So nakita ko very holistic ang inyong approach in terms of accompanying young workers. Ano, talagang yung kalagayan ng kanilang buong pagkatao ay nabibigyan nyo ng pagtugon, no? Nabibigyan nyo ng atensyon. Okay?
See, because we said we want to have the value of our life. If we are not, as a young person, reality based, I myself, I had a lot of trainings and formations, but because of also I have with the process that I was accompanied properly, I tried slowly able to understand my value as a human and as a young person, and probably also to share this to others. Not probably, I should.
Mag-pay it forward, ano, kung ano yung naranasan mo from the past, you pay it forward dun sa iba. Thank you very much.
Yung mga narinig natin na sinabi ni Andrew na napaka-holistic ng mga programa ninyo, lalo na sa human development. No? Meron ka bang mabanggit ID na mga hamon, no? Nakikita natin ng mga challenges sa inyong organization sa ngayon, sa international level or sa mga personal mo na karanasan?
Well, for my personal experience, now, Father, we have a lot, because as you know, we are working not only for we are working with the church, but we go out we always go out to the street. We try to represent these people, especially the voiceless young workers or young people. But the big thing sometimes, many of the politics misinterpret us. Even the church itself don't understand how the way we act, because we always try to speak, and speaking what is right is not easy. No?
Yeah.
So this is a lot of challenge. And as you know, the reality, even today, there's a lot of young workers who don't have work. Sometimes they have work, but just to have work, but there's no value, which we don't want that to happen. We want them to have value in their lives, because that's first, that is dignity.
Father.
Okay, maraming salamat ID sa pagpapabahagi mo sa iyong karanasan at sa iyong mga kaalaman, no? Dahil sa iyong involvement sa international coordination with the young Christian workers. So akin naman, ang natutunan ko, yung ang Diyos ay hindi nagtatapos ang paggawa ng Diyos, no? Yung the creation doesn't stop in a day, but it continue to unfold, no? Sa pamagitan ng paggawa ng tao. So ang aking intindihan at ang aking natutunan sa araw na ito ay ang mas mahalaga ay yung ating dignidad bilang tao. The human formation is the most important. Hindi tungkol sa aking kayang gawin o hindi tungkol sa aking nagawa, kung hindi sino ba ako, no? 'Yon ang pinakamahalaga, dahil sa mundo kasi natin ngayon, merong binibigyan ng halaga ang tao ayon sa kanyang kayang gawin at kaya niyang mabili. At hindi nabibigyan kung ano ba talaga ang puso at ang ugat ng pagbigay ng kalagahan ng isang tao, no? So, yung sinabi ni ID kanina, I was very much touched na bilang isang tao na nakikita natin ang ating halaga, nakikita natin ang ating sarili sa ating mga gawa, hindi lamang tayo isang spare parts ng economic machine. But in what we are doing, we are able to see also the value and the expression of ourselves. We don't do things because we are forced. We don't do things dahil lang sa pera. Gumagawa, and we continue to create because we try to see the value of our existence in what we are doing. So sa pamagitan nito, makita din natin na madala natin si Kristo sa ating, paano natin may pakita ang mukha ni Kristo sa ating mga lugar kung saan tayo nagtatrabaho. Okay, yun ang aking nais na trabaho.
Siguro sa pagtatapos, gusto nating hingaan si Miss Aileen ng final words. So, lalong-lalo na, anong masasabi mo sa mga kababayan natin na ngayong panahon ng pandemya ay natanggalan ng trabaho, nawala ng kikitain, pinag-work from home, nagkaroon ng mga pay cut sa kanilang mga salary, no? What can you say about those people na medyo ang pagtingin ngayon sa sarili ay bumaba?
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. First and foremost, thank you for inviting me here and to share what also my experience. So for me, I think one thing that we really need to put in our mind now that we are not alone. No, all of us have the same experience from around the globe. So I think for me, it's very important now to see what is our needs for this time, because if we see the needs for today, we will try to answer and try to reflect from that. And from that reflection, we also, I'm sure that we can find ways, because we as human beings, we have a gift that to face life, and God is always there for us. And do something, we need to act. But action is not just about to act, but action without reflection, it's not an action, it is merely a reaction. So it's very also important to reflect on our action, but we need to do something to be productive every day. But maybe for me now, like what I am doing for myself now, though I have a lot of things to do, but I try to see what what can I do today, and what I can do tomorrow. I just make some short list of things. Simple objectives. So that is the thing that is very important for us now these days.
Thank you very much para sa isang mayaman na araw ng pagbabahagi ng iyong karanasan at paninindigan para sa mga manggagawa, no, hindi lamang sa buong mundo kundi sa Pilipinas, no. Thank you very much for shedding a light of inspiration to all of us dito sa episode natin #NoFilter. Father Rene, any words po?
Ako po yung nagpapasalamat kay ID at more power sa iyong ministry, sa international ministry, sa international coordination with young Christian workers. I hope you will continue to bring Christ in your workplace. At sana mabigyan natin ng halaga ang ating pagkatao. We are not valued by the things that we accomplish and what we can do, but we are valued as a human person with dignity, created in the image and likeness of God. Maraming salamat.
Yes, mula po dito sa Taytay Rizal, diyan sa Quezon City, at sa Roma, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagtutok sa amin dito sa #NoFilter KKK Catholic Social Teaching. Hanggang sa muli po at pagkita-kita po tayo sa susunod na linggo para sa another episode dito sa ating #NoFilter. Bye-bye! Salamat po.
Salamat.
God bless.